You were never meant to wait in the shadows of someone else's indecision. You were born of divine breath, sculpted in grace, and destined to move through this world with power. And yet, here you are, holding your breath, waiting for a love that refuses to meet you where your soul stands open. I have seen you linger in spaces that no longer feed your light. I have watched your heart whisper, maybe one more sign, one more message. But something sacred happens the moment you stop begging the universe to deliver them, and instead choose to come home to yourself. That moment isn't loud. It's not explosive. It's soft, almost imperceptible, but it's the kind of soft that reshapes entire timelines. When you turn inward, something ancient inside you awakens. You shift dimensions with a single act of self-devotion. The cords that once tied you to silence begin to loosen. Your soul no longer cries out for someone else to make you feel chosen. You realize you were chosen long before they forgot how to see you. Heaven didn't ask you to wait, it asked you to rise. And darling, when you do, everything changes. Your frequency recalibrates, your energy begins to hum in harmony with your higher self, and suddenly, you're no longer a satellite orbiting around someone else's gravity. You become the sun, radiant, constant, enough. The divine masculine will feel it, not in words, not in logic, but in the silence, in the shift, in the dream where your eyes no longer search for him but instead reflect the entire cosmos. That is what haunts him, not your absence, but your return to yourself. This isn't punishment, it's alignment. It's the moment your spirit says, I will no longer delay my blooming for someone who refuses to water their own roots. And in that declaration, the universe opens like a scroll and rewrites your destiny with sacred ink. The angels gather. When a woman chooses herself, I want you to know this, we don't celebrate heartbreak, but we bow in reverence when you turn pain into power, longing into presence. When you stop waiting, we start moving. We shift things in your favor. You were never meant to be the background of someone else's awakening. You are the prophecy. You are the mirror that reveals, the fire that refines, the light that returns when the world forgets how to see clearly. And you are rising now, even if it still feels like falling. You may cry, you may ache, you may still check your phone in moments of weakness. That doesn't make you broken, it makes you human. But each time you breathe and choose peace over pursuit, healing over hoping, they feel it, they always do. You are no longer here to prove your worth. Your love was never the test, it was the answer. Let them face the silence, let them sit with the space you used to fill. Because in that space something grows. A seed of recognition, a mirror of consequence, a whisper from the soul. Your choice to stop waiting does not mean you stopped loving. It means you started honoring. You honored your time, your peace, your future, and most of all, your sacred path. Love will find you again, but this time it will be love that knows how to stay. Don't fear the loneliness. It is not a void. It is a sanctuary, a womb, a temple where your next version is being born. And when she emerges, she will not chase, she will not beg, she will not shrink, she will bless, she will build, and she will believe again. There are timelines unraveling even now because you chose yourself. Connections that no longer serve your highest good are being released. And those who were meant to walk beside you will begin to feel the pull. You are magnetic in your wholeness. The divine realm has waited for this moment. For you to remember who you are without the ache of absence. And now, your soul shines clearer than ever. Your energy, once fragmented, is now one, complete, powerful, unshakable. You did not lose them, you found you. And what a miracle that is, because when you stand in the truth of your worth, you don't lose love, you refine it, you elevate it, you prepare it for what it was always meant to become. So today, walk boldly, eat beauty, speak truth. Be seen not as someone waiting, but as someone becoming. Every step you take toward yourself echoes across realms, and we, the ones who walk with you in spirit, are lighting the way. Your heart is not too much. Your standards are not too high. Your presence is not a burden. You are the prayer someone else has been whispering. But until they are ready to hold you in wholeness, keep choosing you. Because when you do, you align heaven and earth. You bring timelines to harmony. You teach others what love truly means, not waiting but becoming, not clinging but creating, not losing but rising. And I promise you this, the day will come when love returns, not because you chased it, but because you became the place where it naturally belongs. Until then, keep choosing you. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are not behind. You are exactly where you were meant to awaken. We're with you, watching, guiding, celebrating every breath you take in freedom. And every time you whisper, "I choose me," the universe listens. The moment you stopped orbiting around someone else's emotions, the entire fabric of your spiritual reality began to shift. Portals opened, shadows lifted. Your ancestors leaned closer, whispering through the silence. She remembers now. You didn't just reclaim your heart, you reactivated your soul's blueprint. Now you're not just walking through life. You're moving through sacred territory, where every step echoes with intention. The universe doesn't reward waiting in sorrow. It honors movement born from truth. And when your soul declared, "I am done waiting," the divine took notice. There are things rearranging behind the veil that you can't yet see. A butterfly effect was triggered the moment you chose healing over hoping. Do you feel it? The dreams, the gut feelings, the odd synchronicities. They're not accidents. They're answers. Every time you shift your focus from them back to you, you reclaim another piece of your power. And the more power you reclaim, the more your energy speaks louder than your words ever could. Without even realizing it, you are now the mirror that reflects what others have refused to face. Some will be drawn to you, others will be repelled. That's the nature of radiant energy. It exposes, it clarifies, it disrupts illusions, and you, beloved, are becoming unignorable. Not because you shout, but because your silence is charged with truth. You'll notice your environment beginning to respond to your evolution. Doors that once stayed shut now open without effort. People you never imagined will begin confessing feelings, sharing dreams, seeking your light. Not because you chased, but because you aligned. This is what happens spiritually when you stop pleading for connection and start embodying it. You become the frequency you once searched for in someone else. And now that you're vibrating at that level, only those in resonance can reach you. Don't be surprised if old patterns try to return. They're not proof you've regressed, they're tests. The universe asking, "Are you really done with this chapter?" And the version of you now knows that peace isn't found in permission. It's found in choosing yourself again and again and again. Let this new chapter unfold without rushing it. The soul does not move by clocks, it flows by readiness. And right now you are ripening into someone you once prayed to become. She's not far anymore, she's here, inside your chest, breathing with you. And yet, there's more to unlock. You are not just healing, you are initiating. Every tear, every release, every choice to stay rooted in love rather than lack. It's opening codes, ancient ones. Ones that were waiting for your voice to rise, not break. Look around. Notice the subtle changes. The way people speak to you now. The way your energy no longer tolerates shallow conversations. The way your body says no before your mind can explain. These are the signs you've upgraded. You've crossed a threshold. Your divine team has expanded. New guides, new frequencies, new downloads. You may feel tired, emotional, even detached, and that's okay. It means you're integrating. It means you're shedding old programming. Let it fall. Let it all fall. They don't need to understand why you chose you. It wasn't for them. It was for every version of you that begged for love but settled for less. That little girl in you who cried in silence, she sees you now. And for the first time, she feels safe. Sometimes healing doesn't look like light. It looks like detachment. It looks like walking away without a dramatic goodbye. It looks like quiet prayers at midnight when no one is watching, but heaven is recording every word. And yes, they may still think about you. They may wonder why the pull isn't there like it used to be. But your energy is no longer accessible the way it once was. You're protected now, guarded by alignment, and guarded by angels like me. Because now, your heart is no longer a battlefield, it's a sanctuary. And only those who come with peace in their spirit will be permitted through the gates of your energy. That's not ego, that's divine design. You'll see more clearly now. Discernment sharpens. Your intuition becomes undeniable. You'll stop asking, what do they feel, and start asking, what do I want to create? That's evolution, that's liberation, that's the feminine rising. And the truth is, they will feel your evolution long before they ever see it. Your detachment is not coldness, it's clarity. It's knowing that your worth is not negotiable, and your time is no longer up for auction. Every time you pour into yourself, the spiritual world moves with you. There are entire destinies unlocking not because you waited, but because you remembered who you are. Keep going. The best is not behind you. It's magnetizing to your new frequency. You haven't lost them. You've remembered you. And in the sacred silence that follows, you will hear what you've been waiting to receive your whole life. The voice of your soul saying, "Thank you for coming back to me." Something beautiful happens when you no longer chase validation. You become it. You radiate a knowing that can't be explained but is undeniably felt. People won't understand the shift. They'll just feel different in your presence, unsure if they should kneel, apologize, or stay silent. That's what happens when a woman returns to her throne. This isn't about becoming hard or untouchable. It's about becoming sacred. Your energy is no longer open for wandering souls looking for a place to rest temporarily. You are not a stop along the way. You are the destination, for yourself first and for others only if they're ready to arrive with honor. You might still remember them in the quiet. That's okay. Memory is not a chain, it's a compass. It reminds you of who you were, who you no longer are, and why this version of you had to rise. Let the memory breathe without making it your breath. As you continue choosing yourself, your outer world will begin to mirror your inner shift. Conversations become richer, connections become rarer, and your soul no longer tolerates what it used to entertain out of fear, guilt, or loneliness. That is how you know the healing is real. The dreams will change too. What once revolved around their return will start to show visions of your path, your creations, your expansion, your peace. The story isn't just about them anymore. It's about you becoming the author, not the echo. You may feel tempted to reach out, to explain your silence, to remind them of the depth you once held. But my dear, what's meant for you won't need reminding. It will remember on its own. Your silence holds more truth than any explanation ever could. You're not being cold. You're being clear. There's a difference. Coldness numbs, clarity liberates, and clarity is what your soul has been begging for. You were never asking for too much. You were just asking in the wrong direction. Now your focus sharpens. You begin to ask better questions, not, why did they leave? But what part of me stayed behind when they did? You no longer grieve the version of them that couldn't love you. You grieve the version of you that kept shrinking to be digestible. And when that grief passes, what rises is untamed. You stop filtering your joy. You stop hiding your power. You stop pretending to be the soft place for people who only bring storms. You become the weather itself, wild, sovereign, divine. You start to see your life as sacred space. Your mornings become rituals. Your evenings become ceremonies. Even your silence becomes a hymn. You walk like you're not waiting anymore, because you're not. You've arrived into yourself, and now that you've arrived, the universe opens. New gates, not just of romance, but of purpose, of prosperity, of presence. You stop asking if you're lovable, and start asking how you want to love the world in return. Don't be surprised if they return just as you've stopped needing them. That's the current you've created. It's not a trick of fate. It's a reflection of magnetism. But this time, you won't respond from longing. You'll respond from knowing. Knowing that you are not incomplete. Knowing that reunion, if it comes, must meet you where you are now, not where you used to be. You are no longer waiting at the door with open arms. You are the house, the warmth, the light left on for your own return. Others may try to mimic your path, but your healing is not a trend. It's a timeline. One only you could walk, and you, brave soul, have walked it with grace. Even when your knees shook and your voice cracked under the weight of becoming, every version of you is clapping. Right now. The broken one. The one who begged. The one who waited. The one who hoped. She sees you, and she's finally resting. Because you've become the protector she always needed. Your energy speaks before you do. And now it says, I no longer live in the waiting room. I've stepped into the temple, and only those who come with reverence may enter. That is your new boundary, sacredness or silence. You are no longer seeking to be chosen. You are choosing. You are no longer begging to be seen. You are seeing. And that shift has caused waves in the spiritual realm that will ripple for lifetimes. You did not just heal for yourself. You healed the lineage. Your future self watches with a soft smile. She remembers this moment, the one where everything turned, the one where you stopped asking for breadcrumbs and became the feast. She's proud of you. We all are. So take this next step boldly, not because you know where the road leads, but because you finally trust your own feet to walk it. You're not lost. You're being led. By your own light, by your own love, and we, the unseen, walk beside you still. There will come a moment when your reflection feels different, not because your face has changed, but because your eyes no longer carry the weight of waiting. They shimmer with the quiet boldness of a woman who came home to herself and decided never to leave again. You'll feel it in your body too. The way your shoulders fall a little softer. The way your breath returns with rhythm instead of hesitation. Your nervous system, once addicted to emotional chaos, now craves peace like oxygen. And that craving is sacred. The universe responds to your regulation. You begin attracting people who don't just want access to your energy, but who respect the cost it took to reclaim it. They won't arrive with confusion. They'll arrive clear, intentional, steady, because you are now. This new season requires no announcement. You don't have to post your evolution or defend your boundaries. Real change doesn't scream. It simply lives. And those meant for you will feel the shift, whether they know why or not. You will outgrow many things silently. Conversations that once thrilled you will feel hollow. People you used to chase will feel distant, not because they changed, but because you did. And that distance is not loss. It's clarity disguised as space. Some will think you've become distant, or hard to read. Let them. Mystery is not manipulation, it's protection. And your soul no longer has the bandwidth to be fully open to those who refuse to see with depth. Even your laughter will evolve. It won't come from relief or nervousness anymore. It will rise from a place of full presence, from knowing nothing is missing, nothing is being waited on, and nothing outside of you determines your joy. You'll start making choices from your soul, not your wounds. That shift alone will rewrite entire chapters of your life. You'll stop trying to fix what was never yours to heal. You'll stop carrying weight that was never meant for your spirit to bear. The pull to explain yourself will fade. You won't need everyone to understand your healing. That need was born from insecurity, and you've outlived it. What matters now is alignment, not approval. There may still be moments of ache, a name, a song, a flashback. Let them come. Let them pass. Emotion is not regression, it's movement. Let it wash over you like rain cleansing an altar that's finally been reclaimed. Not everyone will applaud your silence. Not everyone will know the war you ended by choosing to stop fighting for something that never chose you back. But you will know, and that knowing will be enough. And in this new stillness, you'll hear your intuition louder than ever. It won't ask, it will declare, "This isn't for me. This isn't my season. This isn't my path." And your body will agree before your mind can argue. This is what liberation feels like. Not loud, not wild, but clean, gentle, rooted. You'll see that you never needed to be chosen by them. You needed to be remembered by you. And you have been. Finally, fully, fiercely. You'll begin pouring energy into your dreams again. Not because you've given up on love, but because you've remembered that your purpose existed long before your heartbreak. Your path is holy. Your vision is blessed. And it is not delayed. The divine doesn't waste time. Every detour, every delay, every unanswered call was sacred setup. The no's protected you. The silence prepared you. The separation sanctified your next chapter. Nothing was lost. Everything was reassigned. Let them wonder. Let them feel your absence as a mirror. But don't stop. Keep building, keep blossoming. Keep choosing what expands your heart without shrinking your worth. That's what the next level demands of you. You don't need to revisit the ruins to prove you've healed. Some places are meant to remain closed, not because of hate, but because of honor. Your peace is too precious to be the playground for the unready. You are becoming the woman you once only dreamed of being. The one who glows without trying. The one who moves without permission. The one who forgives without inviting chaos back in. This version of you doesn't beg. She breathes. And that's enough. So if it still feels unfamiliar, that's okay. Growth often feels lonely at first. But you're not lonely. You're in divine company. Every step forward is guided. Every boundary honored is a prayer answered. You are exactly where you were meant to bloom. And as you continue to bloom, remember, it was never about being chosen by someone else. It was about realizing that you were never lost. You were always waiting for yourself to finally arrive. Thank you for allowing your heart to be open to this message. If it spoke to your soul, even in a whisper, know that it was meant for you in divine timing. The angels have been waiting for you to remember your own light. And today you took a powerful step forward. If you received this message, type in the comments, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." Let this be your declaration and your confirmation that your journey is unfolding just as it should. And if you haven't already, join our soul family by subscribing to the channel and tapping the notification bell. This is how you stay connected to the next angelic messages coming your way, because they will come exactly when you need them most. Stay in the light, stay grounded in your truth, and always remember, you're not alone. We are walking with you. See you in the next message.